Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to start a really fun series, or at least I think it's a fun series, where I make several cards out of one stamp set. I'm always going to challenge myself to do 5, but sometimes there ends up being more, which is exciting. I feel like I have all these stamp sets and I'm always looking forward to the next one. I'm never really appreciating the ones that I have, and I want to start using them up, and I want to be able to say I made a bunch of cards from these, and if I lost this stamp set today, I would be happy because I did a lot with it. So for each one of these videos, I'm going to choose one stamp set and make several cards from it. This time it's going to be My Favorite Things Modern Bloom stamp set, and I don't believe that they sell this on the website. I got it from a retired set, but I think we all have florals in our collection, so any of these techniques, any of these cards, you totally can make on your own with a different flower. Or I mean, you could still find this online. I did a quick Google search of this, but it's a nice, very easily well laid out floral stamp set. So I'm going to go through each of the cards that I made, talk about if I was inspired by someone else, what I used, and what I used will also be written out in the description box below in case I miss anything. And if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them below. But I think I'm just going to get started on each of my cards. All right, this is pretty obvious. This is a Jennifer McGuire design that I used with this floral stamp set. And I used, again, the Modern Bloom set. And then for the sentiment, I used My Favorite Things, Kind Thanks. They're both thank you cards. I used black Memento ink. And then all of these are Catherine Pooler inks. And I'll link the ones that I used below. But I was super happy to be able to use the leaves. I feel like, I don't know, leaves are totally neglected because you have these beautiful flowers, and it was really hard for me to use the leaves, I'm not going to lie. So the fact that I got this done made me really happy, and this was super quick and super easy to make. I would highly suggest using that technique, just basically making bordered backgrounds with your florals. Now, this one was inspired by Barbara Anders. I took a die from Reverse Confetti, Lacy Scallop die. First, I wrote out, or traced out what it was going to look like and stamped a little wreath on the side, and then I die cutted it. So there wasn't any gaps or parts missing for the ink, and it didn't damage the inks at all or the sentiments. And then I stamped I'm So Happy for You from a Catherine Pooler set. I definitely want to make more congratulations cards because I do find myself making mainly birthday cards and thank you cards. And then with the sequins, one of the scallops popped out, so I had to hide it with the sequins, but it was fine because I wanted to add a little bit of interest. Sometimes just adding other elements I feel like really make the card. And all of the inks that I used were Catherine Pooler inks, and I will write which ones I used below per each card. Now, the next card, this is another Jennifer McGuire inspired technique, and it's basically to second generation stamping. So I just took one card and made it fully all the colors, and then a second card with the lighter colors in my mini Missy. So the stamps looked exactly the same. So when I die cut out the little rectangle, I was able to easily get a matched up card. And then I used the All Smiles for My Favorite Things die with black and put a little bit of shimmer on those as well. And that was really easy. I used a purple background, which was very easy to kind of add color as well. I loved this card, and you get 2 cards out of it, which you can't really beat that. And then this one I think was inspired by, let me see, Stephanie Clock. I basically used Party Dress, the same color-ish as the background paper, and I would stamp that, and with Delicata white shimmer ink, I put the second layer on. And I thought that that was a really interesting way to make a different dimensional color tone on tone card. And then I was able to use the All Smiles by My Favorite Things die set, and I made 3 layers of that smile to make it pop up a little bit more and add some dimension to the card. And then the bottom sentiment just says, "You make me smile until my cheeks hurt," with the coordinating stamp set. That was a lot of fun and easy to make as well. Now, no surprise here, Jennifer McGuire technique. She just posted this today, which made me so happy because I needed more inspiration. And this is really easy. You just take one card and you stamp around a die. So then you have the positive and the negative space that you can use to make 2 cards. And I use a sentiment from the Simon Says Stamps brushstroke messages, the happy birthday, and then the other one I use the thanks from the Kind Thanks stamp set. And I really like this technique. You get 2 cards for 1, which is literally goals when it comes to making cards, which is why I love Jennifer McGuire so much. But these are all the cards that I made. I will link anybody that I was inspired by below, and I hope that this inspires you to make use of some of your old stamp sets. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.